normal human being, and then he became this. Dan Hooker used to be so likable. Do you remember Dan Hooker being so likable? Lately on social media, he's wild. Like, he hasn't been the same.
I guess I haven't really seen him on social media, but I still like Dan Hooker. But I'm barely on social media these days.
I know. You know who's someone that we do like, El? I think almost everyone loves in mixed martial arts in the UFC. Someone who just got a knockout win at UFC 326. Maybe the BMF of the BMF card. 29-15, 37 years young. Mr. Oh!
No, we lost him.
What an intro, too.
I know.
What an
Let's
intro.
see. Let's give him 1 second to pop back on.
Wow. Push the button perfectly, too.
Oh.
Yeah, Colby who? There you go, Coach Mike. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if he will ever fight again. I really don't.
Too long of an intro. You oversold it. And he left. He took too long.
I'm learning from the UFC about the White House card. Just oversell everything. That's what I do now.
Oversell everything.
That's what I do. I just oversell everything.
Let me message. Make sure he's not.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And dude, it's all about the transition. Like, I'm telling you, there's not a lot of people in the game that can have a conversation, a free flowing conversation, and then just turn into an intro. I'm a little shocked that Mackenzie Dern wasn't on the card. No female fights on the card, if you think about it. Not at all.
Yeah. We lost you.
The media is a beast. I get your point, Dave. Sell it, baby.
Oh, there we go. He's back.
All right, I already gave the amazing intro.
You guys were like all excited. I feel bad I like missed the audio.
All good.
We said nothing but great things about you. It's pretty easy to see your resume.
That's a lie. I know that's a lie. And then I'm trying to get settled here. I apologize. I've been working down the honey-do list, the post-fight honey-do list. So my wife has me running around like crazy.
Hey, happy wife, happy life, brother. So there you go. You know,
that's what I'm working towards, but that's seemingly an impossible task.
Amen.
What's first on the honey-do list?
Take care of my child. she pretty much hands me my daughter and goes like, now it's your turn.
I did
every fight she takes and then gives you right back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wild, Drew, because like so many people think, they see you 2-3 times a year in the most savage way ever, right? Getting knockouts, you're inside a knockdown, you feel like a superhero. But at the end of the day, on Monday, Tuesday morning, we are men, husbands, dads, and we just go back to life. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild to kind of put that in order sometimes.
It's so funny. Like I was just having the conversation, and I was like, "Yeah, you feel like a superhero on Saturday, and then come Monday, man, you're Clark Kent real fast. Like I'm just a boring ass dad as soon as possible."
Amen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Else?
Well, Dave actually said this to me off air. He was like, I just feel like this was a classic Drew Dober fight. You always have to get hit a couple times to find your range and find your shots, but you're always that guy that's willing to take one and test the chin, and it holds up. And yeah, to get that knockout, especially Johnson has had a bit of a resurgence himself lately. At 40 years old, he's been looking really, really good lately.
Dude, so good. And I just want to say, like, I know what I was getting myself into. Michael Johnson not only hits hard, he's so fast, durable. Man, he's putting away like Dustin Poirier. He's beating Edson Barbosa. Like, this guy's a monster. So like, I knew what I was going to get into. And even though I don't like getting hit in the first round, like it was just going to happen. And I tested my speed against his, and mine didn't match up. So we had to wait to the second.
Yeah, dude, his jab is snappy. It looked very snappy.
Dude, they came out like whips. Like even like he threw a leg kick and it stung immediately. I was like, dude, everything he was throwing at me was like a wet towel. Like it was just snappy and painful.
I love that. The one journalistic question, and then after that, we'll have some more fun and just talk about how great you are. Did you hear anything about the whole betting line during the week and then right before the fight? Did the UFC come to you? Because they have canceled a couple fights over the last 6 months, 4 months with that action being wonky. Did you hear any of that or your team?
I Straight answer, like, no, I didn't hear anything about it. Like, none of my coaches, none of the UFC, not no one. It was like, as I was leaving to the venue, I opened up my Twitter and I saw like a little tweet about it. And I thought it was just sarcasm because, Michael Johnson had his last fights canceled. So I thought somebody was like joking around, like, it's happening again, So I was like, all right, whatever. But then afterwards, everyone started talking to me about it. I was like, oh, apparently that was a real thing.
Yeah. And I super supported you on this. I was just saying that Elliot even said this. It's been a while since your last fight, right? And I just think people forgot how dang great you are. So like during the week, like no one really bets on fights until later in the week. So they had you as an underdog, and everyone's like, wait, Drew Dober's an underdog here? Like me as well. I'll be honest to God, I bet money on you as well. I loved you in that spot. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of the week, you became a favorite. I don't think anything fishy at all. And I think sometimes the MMA media blows that up a little bit too much. I just think people saw you as an underdog and were like, oh, let's buy something for my daughter on the Drew Dober knockout. And that's what happened.
It just took my fans a little while to figure out that, like, oh, Drew's fighting. Okay, we should put our money in real quick.
There you go.
And we got to go there because it's in the comment section. But obviously all the memes leading up to fight week, Drew Dober has never lost to a black guy in the UFC. I saw that you were actually getting hate about that somehow.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, for one, it's not accurate at all, and it's an unfortunate statistic that I had a 2023 or 22, I believe, that it was just like, I don't know, that's what started the memes. It was funny at first. Like, Neil Magny was the first one to send me these memes. They like Curtis Blades also, like, they thought it was hilarious. Yeah. But I think the unfunny internet, like these trolls that are not that funny, are overreaching and they've crossed boundaries, and it's got to a point where like it's disrespectful, and like I don't like my name being a part of like outrageously racist things. Right. So I think this week was like, I mean, I'm fighting Michael Johnson. I wanted to call out Michael Johnson sooner, but with these memes, I'm like, I better keep my mouth shut, And then the fight like happened, and I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what's about to happen. And the problem is, what I want to do to Michael Johnson is not going to help my case either. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to say I'm not a huge fan of the racist comments. I'm just going to leave it at that. You can't win on the internet, so they're going to still come out, right? But I think everyone feels how, like, they know what I feel about it, and that's it.
Of course.
So true. That night you get a big win, and I know it's a whirlwind, and sometimes they try to get the fighters out of there. Did you see the main event or watch it live in the building at all? And there's been a lot of, to me, negative aftermath of it when you have one of the greatest fighters ever, Charles Oliveira, beating another one of the greatest fighters ever, Max Holloway. Should be only praise from that fight, but it did get some lackluster reviews because it was for the BMF Championship. Did you watch the fight live? Did you think anything of it? And what did you think of all this negative aftermath after it?
So I didn't see the fight in its like entirety, right? Like during my post-fight shenanigans, I would look up at the prompter and then just I'd see Oliveira's on top. And I feel like there's two sides. There's one side where it's like, I love Charles Oliveira. He got knocked out against Poirier, and like he's got to go back to what he does great, which is just smothering people and looking for submissions. I understand it. I respect it. It's what he needs to do. But with the BMF title on the line, there was a small amount of expectation of like, man, we just want to see somebody bleed, And so I could see the complaints, but with my love of Charles is like, dude, he's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
This we'll address this comment from Sean Sterling. Says, is Drew gonna fight Elle's husband next? I'm pretty sure Drew Dober might be the only.
So I was ready for this comment, and my thing is I'm trying to avoid good-looking grapplers, and so Grant Dawson's off that list. Like, he's not only great at wrestling, but he's handsome. So I'm like, dude, I don't want him on top of me because it might get weird.
Well, there you go. All right, we cleaned up that one. We cleaned up that one.
I think we'll just go visit Drew and his wife out in Colorado. We'll just.
That's it. That's it. Then we'll get our cuddle sessions behind closed doors. Don't tell anyone.
It'd be like the Rocky. It'd be like Rocky 2, right? You'll do it, and just only you two know, and that's all you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who knows? Is like the fighting got done, but.
Scott next says, I remember Drew fighting my former coworker Brandon Gertz in 2009.
Yeah, dude. We got to dust that one off. I'm so old, man, but that was a good one. I mean, speaking of good-looking wrestlers, that's how Gertz beat me when I was 21 years old.
Is he a Nebraska guy too?
Yeah, no, in Minnesota. Coincidentally, he now like lives and trains in Colorado, so I see him often. I was like, remember that one time we tried to punch each other in the mouth?
That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow, 2009.
I mean, yeah, you had.
What a career.
Dude, you wanna hear how dusty I am? Like my very first fight was 2006. That is 2000. That is what, 20 years ago?
So, Drew, in 2006, in your wildest dreams or expectations, did you ever think that you would be fighting, Madison Square Garden and T-Mobile arenas and the White House is here? Like, did you ever think that there would be an entity like the UFC so mainstream and so big? Did you have that envision in 2006?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, since the moment I saw my first fight in the UFC, I was like diligent. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be the greatest ever. And I mean, I didn't like live up to my expectations, but the path has been so much fun, and I'm very grateful where I'm at. And I've loved every moment of it.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I saw a question. It's way too high for me to scroll back up and find it again. But somebody was asking, and obviously 2 decades of fighting. You fought in all sorts of arenas all over the world. They asked just like, what was your favorite fight experience or location in 2 full decades?
Dude, it's weird. It's I love fighting overseas. So like fighting in Brazil was so much fun. And despite the outcome, I love Mexico City. Mexico City was just so much fun. And I loved fighting. It's just like this fight culture in the United States. Our fans need to get a little bit better because when you fight elsewhere, like I'm still dying to fight in England because I love feeling the energy, whether you like me or not. Canada didn't like me very much. And so that was such a negative response. But I think my favorite fight of all time, I think, would be my fight with Bobby Green. And it was in the Apex, but the Apex just made the way Bobby talks during his fights and shit talking, and like it just made it so much more profound. So that was probably one of my favorite fights. I mean, and this is all disregarding the fact that Saturday was probably my best ever performance ever. So
yeah. Wow, I love that. Hey, we're gonna put something in the atmosphere. We're pretty good at this. We do this. I'm calling a 2027 headline main event show, England, Pimlet versus Drew Dober. Just putting it out there in the universe. I mean,
shoot that to Sean Shelby. Let him know. Like the UFC knows like I've been calling for Patty for such a long time. So somebody's saying no. Understandably.
I like that. One more on the White House. That happened as well on Saturday. Same kind of thing. A lot of backlash from it, a lot of negative backlash from it. Just what was your 2 cents? And what was you kind of like get a grasp on the card, 6-fight card? Nothing crazy on it, but what's your take on this UFC White House show?
It's goofy. Like, dude, it's a circus show. I don't know. Like the fact that, like, let's be honest, like the people that are showing up for this fight aren't Drew Dober fans. Like, I'm not fighting for like the black tie suits and Secret Service. Like, I got the Buffalo Wild Wings crew, and that's who I'm trying to fight for. And man, this entire event is like, why are we fighting at the White House? And who is going to be there? And like, these 6 fights are. Gaethje and Topuria, that is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Michael Chandler got on somehow, which is intriguing, but the rest of it's kind of like, why? So the pro is, I guess, like it's, the sport is growing enough to where like we get this opportunity and it's going to be good for fighters, the UFC and the sport and everything else. But like the details of the show, I'm like, that's awkward.
Drew, I keep on saying it. It was the UFC's opportunity because I watch every show and there's MMA fans and UFC fans I watch every week. This was their opportunity to get the aunts and the uncles and new fans and a lot of just common casual people. I think they missed the mark. I really do. I think they missed the mark on some of the matchups and some of the names not being there. I think they whiffed on it. Just really honest, I think they whiffed on it.
But like, let's be honest, what they're doing. Like my grandma was like, "Oh, like they're doing a UFC at the White House." I'm like, that's the people they're pulling in. The people that like have nothing to do with a UFC and more to do with like the politics news thing, right? And so I really just like, I don't think the people are watching or even going to care who was in the octagon.
That's a good point.
That's fair. Because we were kind of in the same boat, and we were like, well, they needed a bigger fight. They needed bigger fights, but to be honest, to a regular fan not a regular fan tuning in for the first time, they're probably going to watch Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia try to take each other's heads off as the first fight on the night. So
that's all they're trying to do. It's like, we don't know these people. We don't know what they're coming in with. So all we got to see is just that quality 15 minutes. Like, are they going to bleed or not? Like, that's really, that's the admission into the White House card. Like, are you willing to die? Yep, you're on the White House card.
So this should have been a Drew Dober fight night. I
mean, Michael Chandler and Drew Dober, why it's not on the White House is disrespectful to the United States.
I couldn't have said it any better. We're chopping that up. Drew, is that, and the timing to me makes sense too, right? Like June 14th, that's perfect timing for another Drew Dober return. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, I mean, it could work, but that's also like going on to the side. Like, I don't care about the White House card. Like, it sounds cool. I think it'd be really cool to, I don't know, but like, those aren't the people I'm trying to fight for. I'm trying to fight for like guys like you.
I respect that a lot. Respect that. I love that a lot, man. Anything else?
Just
got a big honey-do list. I don't want to take a lot of Drew's time.
One more question, because Sean Sterling said Drew's one of the real BMFs of the sport. Absolutely agree. So I'm not crazy about the whole concept of the BMF belt. I think it's fun. I think it's a little gimmicky. But then obviously you have people who complain a little bit about Charles wrestling during the BMF fight. What are your thoughts on the BMF title just as for it staying around? And is that something that you would like to do at some point?
It is very gimmicky, and it's a gimmick that I want to be a part of, like the BMF title is just like attracting all the strikers that are willing to die. And like, that's kind of what I'm at, like I like it. And, but with Charles Oliveira winning the title and the idea that like he could possibly fight like a Paddy Pimblett against Charles Oliveira, like a heavy grappling match. So I think the gimmick's going to change a little bit because of how, the throne has changed. So we'll see if it even continues to be a thing. But if I have the opportunity to fight for it, yeah, all for it. I mean, that's the title I'm gunning for. Grant Dawson going to have the gold. I'll take the BMF.
I like that. And then in Colorado 2027, it's that behind the scenes. Dawson has the lightweight strap. Drew's got the BMF strap, and it's a little 2-minute session. Just both belts on the line.
Yeah, we're going to play Magic the Gathering to unify the title. And
we love it. Hey, Drew, man, we appreciate you. We are massive fans of you and what you do. A lot of people are. So add us to the list. Appreciate your time. Hey, take care of the family. Back to the honeydew list. We appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome, man. Drew Dober, living legend right there. Thank you so much. All right. What a show.
Love it. Dude, he's the best. Love Drew.
Look at you pushing the buttons out. Thank you so much, El.
You were struggling earlier, so I just thought.
I was. And I even had like the intro for Francis too. Young. Dude, it was his birthday yesterday. Did you wish him happy birthday?
I had no idea it was his birthday. I feel so bad. I'm sure Grant did.